The Panthers have officially hired Buccaneers offensive coordinator Dave Canales to be their new head coach, and I feel like this is a yearly coaching carousel for my Panthers, but I think we finally found a coach that's going to stick. I really think we have found a guy that can succeed. I've been asked a lot about this move since it happened a few hours ago from friends on whether I like the Canales hire, and I'll put it like this. He was not my first choice, as that was definitely Lions offensive coordinator Ben Johnson. If you've watched this channel before, you know how high I am on Ben Johnson, how fantastic of a coach I think he is, and how great he's going to be as a head coach. But Canales had emerged as my second choice through this interview process because I was pretty clear. I wanted a young, offensive-minded coach that could help develop Bryce Young, be the player that he's supposed to be, and be his go-to guy. And I think Canales can be just that. I mean, he's got a great scheme. Look at what he was able to turn Baker Mayfield into after just one season in Tampa Bay. He turned Baker from being a guy that nobody was really excited about to a guy that threw for 4,000 passing yards, 30 touchdowns, an NFC South title, an NFC division round appearance. I mean, the Buccaneers way overperformed, and Canales was a lot for that. He did a lot for that overperformance. It really was. He truly thrives when he lets his players be themselves. And I think he's going to turn Bryce Young loose. He's going to be like, you be you, dude. You be the guy that you were at Alabama where you were so successful. I really am happy about this move. I like it. I feel sorry for Canales because he's taking a big risk. And you might say, but he's getting a head coaching job. How can that be a risk? He's coming into a dumpster fire. I mean, just a trash organization. He just is. He's destined to fail. I mean, this was not a super attractive destination. It arguably was the least attractive destination of any of the head coaching options. No first round pick, no offense, having to be under David Tepper's rule. I mean, really, I'm just happy we ended up with a guy of Canales' caliber. I thought we were going to be stuck with someone like Kellen Moore or Dan Quinn, two guys I absolutely didn't want touching this team with a 10-foot pole. Now for the fans, whether you like this move or not, we need to band together and rally around Coach Canales because this is who we rolled with. And if you're a true fan, you're going to want Dave Canales to succeed, really, because you want this team to succeed. I really like this move. I think he's much different than Frank Reich. I think he's much different than Matt Rule. Reich was dull, outdated, boring. I mean, there's a reason that he was fired in Indy and then fired in Carolina after 11, 12 weeks. And then Matt Rule, he should have never left college, really. Canales is innovative. He comes from the NFL. He's motivated. He's young. He's going to bring a culture change, and I like it. I really do. He's going to need some help defensively because he's very, very offensive-minded, and that's why I'm hoping we can retain Ejiro Evero as our defensive coordinator because our defense was our one bright spot, and I believe we will keep Evero as long as he doesn't take the Atlanta head coaching job, which I personally just think they're going to end up with Belichick, but I'm really hoping we can keep Evero around. I'm hoping that Canales and Dan Morgan work to get Bryce Young a true wide receiver one, someone like a T. Higgins, or maybe let's go a little even outside of that and somehow attract Mike Evans to join his former offensive coordinator in Carolina. I mean, crazier things have happened, and the Panthers have some cap room. There's a blueprint for success with this team. It's not going to happen overnight, but there is a blueprint. Hope is not all lost. And I think Canales knows that that blueprint is there, and he needs to take advantage. I'm much more optimistic about this hire than if we would have ended up with some bum who I thought was a disaster. But this last point is critical on whether Canales succeeds, and that is David Tepper has to take a step back, let Dave Canales, let Dan Morgan do their jobs, let the football guys decide what goes on the field and decide what's best for our organization. It's a new era, okay? David Tepper is a fine businessman. I mean, he has made billions of dollars, but he needs to let the football guys do the football stuff. I mean, it's just that simple. It's time to get back to a Panthers team with pride, a team with culture, a team with heart, a team with fight. And I think Dave Canales can be a guy that leads that. I'm interested and optimistic to see what Canales can do with this team, and I'm pretty excited about this move.